Hey y'all, welcome to Behind the Likes. If you have been watching, this is our third episode. Thank you for tuning in. I am Chy and
I'm Winter.
Y'all, she's so salty. Y'all ate her ass up on YouTube. She don't even want to do the intro anymore, y'all. She really don't.
I'm like, oh, you don't want me to talk? Bet.
She ain't gonna say nothing. But you know what? I wanted to talk about that too. I know you didn't even want to talk about it or address it for real, but we are working. This is our third episode, and I know we are working, and we're working on podcast etiquette, so to say.
Yeah.
But that bitch was cutting me up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we watched the first episode and like we peeped it and we laughed about it, and I was like, sorry.
Yeah,
like,
literally. The second one too. Yeah, but it's more so. I still don't look at it as that. I think of it as just like her picking up my slack. And I used to have a little speech impediment that she knows about, and I won't tell nobody that. So she's trying to finish my sentences in a sense, and just like, you know, sometimes we just, and as friends, that's what you normally just do.
Yeah,
we just be like, you know. But we're learning etiquette and podcasts, and I'm thankful that y'all are tuning in every week and are excited.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I was just in Vegas and like I met so many people that watched the podcast, and it was like the first time people were coming up to me for, you know, not my books, not BGC, not, oh, I follow on Instagram. It was like,
light fucking stunt real quick though.
You said what?
Quick stunt real quick. Not this, not that.
It just means so much to me, like when, you know, you put so much work in and then people like notice it and it's like, I love it, blah, blah, blah. So it was great meeting you guys if you guys are watching this episode.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. That same thing has been happening. I'm like, y'all really, my man whole family watched it. I was like, I gotta watch what I'm saying.
Right. No. That's too much. But we're going to get into some current events, of course. I'm sure you guys know what's been going on with Miss Keke Palmer.
What about you first though?
We'll get into that. We gonna have a little bit of tea today because y'all husband bae is now blocked. No.
Wait, speaking of Keke Palmer, I don't know who this man is. I don't know who this man is. I'm sorry to this man.
I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I basically had to dump husband bae, and it's okay because we're going to get into the reasons, and it goes great with today's episode. So
yeah, because Keke Palmer whole relationship has been put on blast
and pretty much ruined.
Way. Yeah, and I wouldn't say ruined, but I really do think, I mean, well, the guy deleted his Twitter. So basically, if you haven't been caught up with what's going on the internet right now, it has been a crazy week for men and insecurities. And they have been broadcasted everywhere. They are showing their true colors and they red. So literally what happened with Keke Palmer was see, now I got anxiety having to speak.
It's okay. See, look, y'all, I swear on everything, and I knew you were going to do this. I knew she was going to be like...
I'd be letting her take it. I'd be like, look, you can have it. Go.
I'm crying. Okay, so basically, Keke Palmer's baby daddy saw her at the Usher concert with her ass out in some mesh, y'all, and he was not having it, which, okay, that's fine if you're not having it, but why are you going to the internet to bash the mother of your child? And not even just the mother of your child. It's Keke Palmer, baby.
It's Keke Palmer. That's America's princess.
Yes.
She's a sweetheart.
You cannot do that. I'm sorry. Like, that girl has built up her brand since she was a child. And one baby daddy?
You Keke Palmer baby daddy.
Yeah. You're trying to throw away her legacy? No.
Yeah, no. I don't agree with the fact that he went to the internet. I don't. And here's my thing with that. I'm not saying he's wrong for feeling that way. And a lot of people are like, you can't even, if you know who she was when you met her, this and that. But it's just like, I'm not saying he's wrong for feeling that way. I'm not saying that he's wrong for, but the thing that I have the most problem with is that he voiced it on Keke's internet. You know what I'm saying?
On Keke's internet.
He voiced it on Keke's internet. And then what he's saying, you a mother. And it's just like, it wasn't Keke he was mad at. It was Usher.
Really, I just think he sounds like a typical insecure man who has a hissy fit when it's something that they don't like. Like, it's like, even though you know we're locked in, even though you know you're my man, even though you're the father of my child, and you know that I've never been the type of like out there disrespectful type of chick, you're going to try to degrade me because of your own insecurities. It's like you're projecting because for whatever reason, you're just projecting your own little issues. And I can relate to that right now because of my relationship that just ended. It was just like insecurities like that. And it's like when you're dealing with a woman who is in spotlight, like you have to be prepared for certain stuff. Like the man almost fought another man in the club. because somebody was looking at me.
Ooh, this recent in
Yes,
Vegas?
I didn't even tell you this. Yes.
What?
Yes, girl, drunk.
You're lying.
Some older guy had like tried to come up and flirt with me, and I was like, "Oh no, I got a boyfriend." And then I told him jokingly, like, "Ha ha ha!" That guy just walked up and tried to talk to me, which is my bad. I should have did that.
Yeah. So he didn't see it. You wouldn't go tell him, and you was
No,
like,
he walked
him
up
right there.
No,
babe.
he walked up like right after, and the
okay.
guy was still right there, and I was like, kind of. It was just funny to me because it was like an older guy, like it wasn't that fun, like that great. But yeah, he done got in the man face, and I'm like, you're not gonna last here.
Yeah, if you can't deal with a bad bitch, you gotta let a bad bitch be a bad bitch on all accounts. Like who I am is who I am when you first met me, and who I'm gonna remain when you with me. And it's just like, if you can't handle a bad bitch, don't be with her.
Yeah. And also I think that for the men that do date women on the internet who have their own thing going on, their own brand, their own face on the internet, it causes even more insecurities for them, because if they're not used to that, it's like you think that every man is trying to take your girl, which I mean, they probably are trying to take your girl, but we don't get excited at like random people DMing us and shit like that. Like, you know, so it's like, pump your brakes and calm down. Like, I'm not a cheater and I'm not like dishonest. So why are you flipping out? Like, you know?
I feel like it's a fine line between literally being controlling and disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or being respectful.
No, controlling and like
and
having
setting boundaries.
Yeah. Cause that's how like Kiki's baby daddy came back. He was like, oh, well, you know, I said what I said, and this is the type of morals I have, and this is my boundaries. Have those boundaries, babe. But let's talk about it in the text.
And you know what else? Did you see the thing with Jonah Hill?
Yes.
That was insane.
Oh, no, that was worse.
Was actually insane and worse. And she put him on Front Street, but honestly, it was warranted, because at the end of the day, it was insane what he was saying. He was like, these are my boundaries. I've been going to therapy. And when a narcissist goes to therapy, he uses that to his advantage to manipulate and control and to really... These are my boundaries. No, you're being controlling.
Right. My boundaries is you can't wear a bikini on the beach. Baby, it's hot. What do you want me to wear?
What do you want me to wear?
Like,
I'm
what?
surfing. You're going to stop the things that I did when you met me, which is an issue. He was wilding out.
He was wilding. But also there's a thing. Like, I mean, Jonah is like an amazing actor and like great at all these things. But like, he probably has some deep-rooted insecurities himself. He went through his like whole... He looks completely different from how he used to look. He probably had insecurities growing up. And that's an example of, why are you projecting your shit onto me? Like, I'm a girl on the beach. I'm a freaking surfer. Like, what are you talking about? And then just try to be like, well, I need you to respect these things. You don't even respect me. Like, you're trying to control my body and like what I do. I do understand, like, you know, there's certain times and places for certain things. I'm not about to show up in a see-through mesh outfit to your family dinner. Yeah. Like, but I mean,
I'm going to see Usher.
Right. I'm in Vegas.
I'm in Vegas.
What?
She looked hella cute too. And the fact that she really trolled him after he said what he said, she still posted her outfit, her videos, and was like, I'm Keke Palmer, baby. I'm a mother first. Yeah. And she was like, I'm a bad bitch second. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just insecurities on a whole different level now. And I can understand in the sense of, because look, I give men grace sometimes, even though
she does.
I do. Because I can understand what you mean, how you say it, but it's just like the way that men portray, or the way that men say certain things, and the men are controlling, men are this and that. But it's like, I can also understand in the same sense, because I can sometimes put myself in that position and be like, I don't want you doing certain shit. Right. I don't want you out here wilding like that.
100%.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to look at it from that standpoint of just like, but I'm never going to dim a man's light. I never want my light to be dim, because I am such a personality. I am such a person. And you know who I was when you met me. Yep. That's my biggest thing. So it's like, don't try to change me now that we're here.
100%. Like that's such a huge thing. Like, why are you trying to, and I remember I've talked to you about that. I'd be like, don't let nobody dim your light, Chy. You're a star.
Bro, I'm telling you, you should be like, don't let nobody, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, in my relationship in the beginning, we butt heads a lot. And that's just transparency, because it's like, you knew who I was, but we also met in COVID. It wasn't supposed to last this long, y'all. We met it during COVID, and that was when I was completely wrapped around his finger, his thumb up his ass for sure. Because I'm like, we had nothing else to do. And then when the streets started opening back up, I was there. Yeah. And so it was like,
I was in attendance.
And it was just a lot in the beginning. And it's just like, look, you might not have known me before COVID, but I'm gonna remain me. And that was my biggest thing. I had to like, we butt heads in the beginning because I'm like, I'm not changing who I am. But after, you know, being in a relationship, understanding him, I'm not gonna change, but I'm gonna adjust for my man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna adjust certain situations. I'm gonna adjust the way I move to respect him.
I mean, you have to, of course you have to adjust in relationships. Like, that's just a given. When you are with another person, there's going to be things that you have to compromise on. With your situation, I feel like, okay, first of all, she used to be way crazier than she is. Like, I'll just say
and he
that.
don't even know that. He knows. But like, I was like, get on top of the bar.
Yes.
Dance.
Girl, you still do that.
Oh, yeah, I do that with him. I do that with him.
That actually hasn't changed. But definitely just like going out more.
Oh, yeah, going out
like,
all the time, yeah.
More outside, basically, like, which we all have. Like, whatever, when you're single, you be outside. But you do have to adjust and you do have to respect people in relationships. And I think that in this previous situation, like right now with ex-husband bae now, I think that, well, first of all, he was extremely manipulative. And I'm going to just tell the details because I kind of wasn't trying to. But I think I should. Because let's just talk about it. Let's get into it.
Because they don't know who it was.
No, and they never will find out. So it's whatever. So I think the first red flag for me was our first, like, argument. And he said, like, what was it? I'll tell you exactly what he said. And this is really bad. But he normally dates like white girls, okay? Which already is a red flag for me because I don't like that. So I've told him like, haha, like, you know, that's kind of strange that you mostly date white women or whitewashed women. Like, even if they're not white, like they'll be whitewashed. So we had went out and we got into an argument because he legit, first of all, he was drunk, cannot handle his alcohol, let some girl lean up on him, have her arm on him, like wrapped around. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because all these guys just came up to me and said hi, and I'm respectful. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I don't even need to hug nobody in front of you for real. Just because I'm just like, I'm with my man, like whatever. We get into an argument. It ends up going back to the house, and he goes, see, this is why you say I only go out with white women, because I don't have these problems. And I said, what? Keep in mind, this is a black man, y'all.
He's saying white women are passive?
Yes. And he's trying to, and
that's disrespectful to white women.
But keep in mind, in that moment, obviously, I get mad as hell. I'm like, what? Like, what did you just say? And he's like, no, I don't mean it like that. He's like, that's not how I wanted to say it. And now I know that that's what he does. He'll say something that's hella out of line and then try to lie. No, I didn't mean it like that. And I wasn't trying to say it like that.
Gaslighting.
Like, because I checked him. I said, what? I said, sir, you're a black man. I said, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you have some problems with your blackness? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Like, in the moment I was mad because like sometimes when he does my voice and tries to like, when your man does your voice like, oh, I want to go to Starbucks, whatever. He would always make me sound hella ghetto.
Like, I want to go to Starbucks.
Hey, girl, I want to go to Starbucks.
And you know what? That's implanting something in you, right? Like a small little, I always say it'd be the little bitty nicks that turn into one big cut. And that's when, like, I'm on fire.
Right. And in that moment, obviously, I checked him and I'm like, I really made him feel dumb, I feel, because I'm like, you're a black man. You over here saying this. And that's the reason why you go out with white women. Well, baby, please go out with him and leave me alone. Because there's somebody who want to be out with me right now. Like, I don't know what you're talking. You're mad because I'm tripping on you letting a girl hug up on you and be all on. Okay. Anyways, so it just was like, it started off as that was probably the first thing that I was like, okay, this is a red flag. And then it would just be like manipulating. Like, I really wasn't doing anything. I wasn't cheating. I wasn't doing anything like that. But every time I caught him in a lie, he would lie about the littlest, stupidest things. He would try to, instead of taking accountability, he would try to like flip it into something else. Like, well, you said this 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, what the f does that have to do with this lie that you're telling right now? Are you okay? Like, the way you're trying to manipulate me and gaslight me is insane. And then the lies were so small and so petty. Liars scare me. Genuinely, all my friends know I hate liars. I don't like girl liars. If you're my friend, don't be a damn liar. If you're my man, don't be a damn liar. If you're in my family, don't be a damn liar. I do not like liars. They terrify me. And if you lie about small things, I'm like, I'll never trust you. At least make it something worthwhile.
Yeah, at least lie about something really serious that might hurt my feelings.
Right. Like, you're lying about What? Should I say?
Say it. Wait,
y'all.
What was it?
Because I put... So, y'all, he was supposed to get me this iPad.
Oh, yeah.
We got to tell the iPad story because I just...
What a liar about that.
Girl, he was supposed to get me an iPad, right? And I'm like, okay, cute. Like, thanks, babe. Keep in mind, I could buy me a million iPads. It's not nothing, but it's a cute gesture. He knew I wanted an iPad because Chy has an iPad and we want to be cute and professional on our podcast, like whatever. So he's like, oh yeah, I bought you this iPad and like it got delivered to the house and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yay. I'm like, I'm flying to meet you in Vegas. Bring the iPad with you. And he's like, okay. I'm like, babe, did you make sure you packed the iPad? And he's like, oh yeah, I packed the iPad in my bag. And I'm like, okay. Then he sends me a picture of an iPad. Unwarranted. Sends me a picture of an iPad. Something in me, y'all. I woke up at 6 a.m. Something in me was tingling in my dream. I said, check the photo, check the location, check the date. I checked the damn date of the photo. It was 3 months before we even talked about an iPad.
That is absolutely insane.
And you want to know what he said to that?
To be such a... Oh, so you confronted him about it? You didn't even tell me.
Yeah. I said, why, you're trying to like lie to me. If you didn't give me an iPad, it's not that deep. Then he's trying to flip it. It's $1,000 iPad. It's not that deep. I said, baby, it's not about the money. It's about the lie. And then I said, why would you do that? He said, I was just sending you a random picture.
Wow, what a liar.
I was just sending you a random picture. Sometimes we send random pictures to each other. I said, what?
Do we?
Are you okay? I need a random picture from months ago.
Trying to impress you. Trying to literally, that is the biggest fucking red flag.
And then why
you had a random picture of that iPad?
Exactly. How many girls have you sent this iPad to? No, but then another lie, which is, these are all red flags, y'all.
Yeah.
Another lie, we get into this argument about this iPad. He's like, I just pulled $20K out the bank to take you shopping in Vegas, and I can't believe you're doing this. Because I damn near was like, it's over. Like, you're scaring me. You're a liar. He's like, I just took this $20K out and blah, blah, blah. Girl, we work everything out. And 2 days later, I said, so we still going shopping? And he's like, what? I meant, I put the money out like for me to spend in Vegas, and I was going to take you all right, get out my face. Because there's somebody that will take $20K and hand it in my hand. Exactly. So what are you doing? Like, I don't know.
Not Kevin Gates. I had to move it from my... I'm not Kevin. Kevin Hart. I got to move my check into my saving and my checkings. Baby, that don't make sense to me at all.
You stressing me out with all these damn lies. I can't do it. That's a red... What are your red flags and icks? That's an ick to me. You know I hate liars, bro.
Yeah, hate liars. I hate liars. Red flag to me is testing me. I feel like when you test me, or when you instead of being honest, instead of being honest and truthful, it kind of gives me PTSD from my parents and my mom. How my mom, she would lie and she'd be like, I know what happened.
Oh,
and she's like, she would always be like, I'm giving you 3 opportunities to tell the truth.
Right.
And so I would just tell on myself.
Right.
And so
whole time she didn't know nothing.
Whole time she didn't know a damn thing. And in relationships, sometimes men do that. I've done that before too.
Oh yeah.
But it's like,
I already know, so you might as well tell me.
Exactly. And so it's like, I've been on both ends of the stick doing that, but it's like, if we've so far along in our relationship, don't test me. Right. Be straight up with me, be honest with me, and be like, what, if you have, and I feel like when people do that, they fake pumping and they checking the temperature.
Right.
And it's just like, if you
don't check my temp.
Exactly. Don't check my temperature. Give me, if you need reassurance, say that.
Yeah.
Just be straightforward and honest with what you need. And that's something that is a major red flag to me in the beginning, because men do that in the beginning too. They'd be like, I was just trying to see what you was going to say. Right. Don't test me, because I'm going to fail every time.
Right.
I'm going to fail every time.
Period. I'm going to fail every damn time. No, 100%. I hate that too.
Yeah.
Don't try to test me, bro. Don't try to play with me. Don't try to lie to me. Don't try to gaslight me. You cannot gaslight me. You cannot trick me. You cannot manipulate me. I have dated the worst men in America. I have rolled around with the dirtiest dogs. There are no tricks that you can have up your sleeve that I have not already conquered in my past. So it's a slap in the face that you think I'm that dumb to believe that stupid ass lie. Who is believing that? It's crazy.
The fact that the location and everything on that picture was insane though. That
girl.
When she told me that, y'all, my mouth dropped. I was like,
all my friends were like, what are you talking about?
Like, that makes absolutely no sense.
And then he would tell me okay, then remember y'all, he was a father and he had a baby mama. And this is another huge red flag for me. A red flag is when you say you don't get along with your baby mama.
Facts.
Because what are you doing?
Facts.
Because honestly, 99% of the time, it is not the baby mama who is the problem. It is you. Why are you, when people be like, oh, they keeping me from my child and da-da-da. Why are they keeping you from your child? Like, what did you do?
That's a red flag for me too. When men are like, they're like, oh, my ex was crazy. My ex was crazy. What did you do to make her crazy?
Yeah.
What did you do? Because it's like, no. Because I support women's rights and I support women's wrongs. Either way it goes, I feel like it's the man who actually did something.
No, but I mean, and then he would be like, me and my baby mama always argue. We never get along. And I'm like, I see why. Yeah. Free her. You are a liar and a gaslighter. Like, girl, if you ever watch this, because I know you know who I am, I am so sorry for you. Like, I could not imagine. And you know what? I am like saying this because it's still fresh, and I'm like, you have like completely weirded me out and you just ruined this relationship that we had. I don't hate the man. Like, you know, it's no hate amongst us. It's just like, I know who is for me and I know who my future husband is, and he ain't a liar. Yeah. And that's that. And I'm too damn grown to be trying to teach somebody how to be a man. A little ass boy is gonna sit in your face and lie. I am not your mother. You do not need to be scared of me and the consequences that I'm gonna give you. I'm your woman. You should feel like I have the pants in this relationship, and I feel like I could tell you the truth. Whatever it is, even if it's bad, let's just talk it out and get through it. A lie is a little ass boy sport.
That's very...
Period.
Period.
Snaps.
Period. It really is. At the end of the day. Yeah, we practicing podcast etiquette.
I'm sorry. No, but yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on, y'all.
Do you feel like he was intimidated by you? Do you feel like he was intimidated by who you were? Not even just to go as with your looks.
At first he wasn't, but then like he had looked over. Also, y'all, I was just in Vegas and it was Summerly out there. I'm talking, it was daddies outside. Like all the daddies was outside because there's like all the basketball players, like blah, 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 whatever.
If she wasn't in Vegas, wife her.
Right. And look, I was in Vegas originally because, you know, I was talking to somebody, so whatever. But that actually, no, because I literally was like pretty much not talking to him the day before I went out there. But I was like, I'm still going.
The flight was booked. It didn't make sense for you not to
go.
The
flight was booked. He paid for the flight. I was going on his dime, period. I don't care. But what was I going to say?
Was he intimidated by you?
Oh, was he intimidated by me? So he had looked over my phone and saw that somebody had DM'd me. And I hadn't even responded. But he had asked me about him the night before. Like, oh, you was around so-and-so. And I'm like, yeah, like we were outside. Like we're out in the club. Like people going to be around. Like, you know. And he was like, he looked over in my phone and saw that the guy DM'd me. I didn't even respond. And he flipped out. And I'm like, I can't control if somebody is in my DM. Like, all I can do is control if I respond or open it or whatever the case. Now I have responded, so.
Wait, wait. So this is completely off subject, but I was talking about this with my coworkers the other day. How long, and it's a few to it, but how long do you think should it be to post somebody on Instagram? Like, how long do you think it takes to post somebody on Instagram to be in a relationship? Because I posted Evan like within like probably like the first 6 months, but on story, been doing that, but like 6 months. But then I'm like, you ain't posting me on your page. I'm taking you off of mine. You know what I'm saying? But he would post me on stories consistently, but you know what I'm saying?
See, I'm not a big posting on the page girl. I don't really, a lot of people know that about me. I don't, like, I'll post you like maybe on my story, maybe something in your house and people put the pieces together. Like maybe I'll accidentally get caught slipping, like, and it's just like, okay, whatever. I'm not posting you on my page. Honestly, I'm not posting nobody on my page until I'm married. I mean, I will now with this relationship, we had a conversation and I was like, I'll post you after a year. We can start posting each other after a year.
See, I get it and I understand. And now I'm like, if Evan doesn't post me first, I'm going to like, I'm waiting until I'm married. Yeah, like, cause I'm like, you could be we're on each other's story.
And y'all have been together for like hella long.
Like literally, I'm like, and his thing is, well, I just don't post, and which he doesn't. He literally only posts music, and I feel like your Instagram is your work in a sense too. Yeah. So that's
what you need to be on here for.
Exactly. So it's like I get it in a sense, but it's also like, so what?
Also, I mean, the internet really ruins relationships. Like currently right now, I have a homegirl. I'm not going to say her name because I don't want people to start even putting the pieces together. But
I'm just kidding.
But she has a whole boyfriend. She's in a whole relationship. Like she damn near lives with this guy. She's in the public light. He's in the public light. And they're not public together. And I'm like, we just had this conversation the other day. And I'm like, don't post each other. Like for what? We're both like, for what? Like as soon as you post that man on that Instagram,
people try to tear it apart.
Bitch got a story. Every girl watching your man. Like, I've had relationships where, well, my ex who played basketball in Denver, I remember I was like kind of posting him, like we were matching for Halloween, and I pranked him on YouTube and did all this stuff. And it ultimately ruined our relationship because he would have like parties at his house, and I knew he was having these parties. He was telling me he was having these parties, but girls was taking pictures in the house and posting it up, and people would send it to me and be like, these girls are in your man's house. So now I'm looking at the time. Is this girl in the house at the time he said it was people in the house? And
so it's just better keeping it private.
Yeah.
How would you feel if I'm all but I'm thinking literally, how would you feel if somebody came to you as a woman? I'm all for it. Come to me as a woman, express to me what you know, how you feel. I'm all ears. I would love to know. I'm not publicizing it, but I want to know.
How Summer Walker publicized it?
Yeah, like how she did it.
Why did you, Summer? I love you, girl, but why did you post that?
And consistently posting it.
Why?
Every other week, it's a new woman. Don't post it for the public.
Why are we posting the woman to woman? That is like, no, I would never post that or never want that to come out. Like, I don't mind you coming to me as a woman.
From woman to woman, have you ever been in love?
Please. Not you have vocals today. That was kind of good. No, I don't really mind if you come to me as a woman, as long as you're respectful.
Yeah.
As long as you're respectful with it. I mean,
exactly.
I've had disrespectful girls, and it's turned into whole things. Girl posted a picture of my man's bathroom, and a whole situation. We was DMing about it. It turned disrespectful, and I'm just like, don't be. I've come to people as a woman before, and it's really in very petty times. I really didn't even need to do all that.
Someone's come to me as a woman. When me and Evan first got together, this girl
I remember,
and she was just like, because I posted this is my first ever post with him. I've been talking to him for like a year. Literally, first ever post this girl, and I'm like, she been clocking me. The first post, I was just like, if this ain't my husband, I don't know who is. And she was like, you think that's your husband? He was, and she didn't even say nothing crazy. She was like, we was on the phone for 12 hours 2 weeks ago. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
12 hours?
Lying, full of shit. But honestly, at the end of the day, I'm like, he told me about this girl before he was like, and I'm like, full transparency.
Right.
When you first start talking to somebody, you gotta weed out your hoes a little bit. You gotta. That's a known thing within the first 3 months. Now after that, I shouldn't be getting no bitches.
No, nothing. Not a singular thing. But I feel like the type of men I date.
Yeah, they gonna always try to.
It's always a story. But then they really probably are always cheating and always doing something. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Back in the day when I was young and in love and in like a long-term relationship, I was getting tortured, like legit tortured. Like, do you guys remember that freaking Tumblr thing when people would send you anonymous messages? Oh my God, anonymous messages for days. Like, oh, your man was just here with so-and-so. She was just in his house. She just posted his headboard, all this. I'm like, oh my God.
So you agree with keeping it keeping it under wraps?
Yeah, keep it under wraps for sure. Like, it's just no point. What do people need to know that you're my man for? All they're gonna do is tell you that I'm a hoe, and all the girls are gonna come out the woodworks that you've ever fucked salty with a story.
I remember when this girl called me. So she was like, hey, you fucking such this. I was in college, and so this was like, I had introduced her to him. Like, this is the guy that I was really dealing with. So I had introduced her to him. And like, we was all just friends. This is another thing. You don't really trust bitches either.
Of course
But we wasn't even that cool like that. But she was in a few of the same classes with me, came around or whatever. We weren't ever really official. And next thing you know, like, I was in school on like my off day or something, like a day that I didn't have to go. And I seen them together.
Right.
I was like, this what y'all doing?
Right.
So literally, long story short, they ended up getting together. They have a whole kid together or whatever.
Oh,
but this is before they even had that. So she called me, and I was like, all right, you can have that. Right. So she called me like while they had started being in a relationship. And yeah, I still fucked him. So because I knew him first.
Brat.
It was a one-time thing, though. It was. And so she was like, hey, she called me. She was like, hey, are you still, are you still so? I was like, yes, I am.
Just flat out?
Literally flat out. I was like, yes, I am. And I made it seem like I did it multiple times. I was like, yeah, we've been.
Girl.
And I was wrong for that. Maybe we should cut this part out.
No. Look, yeah, she ain't perfect, y'all. She ain't perfect. Y'all be trying to protect her in the comments.
Literally. But no, long time ago. But also it was like, bitch, I introduced you to him. And like, how you gonna expect me to stop?
I have a literal story like that. And this is with a very big, very known celebrity. So it makes it even funnier. If everybody knew who this was, it would be even funnier because it's just so trifling. I basically was like dealing with this guy. This is when I was young as hell, when I first moved to LA. And I was like, hey, can you hold my phone? And he like put my phone in his pocket. And then like we were just like having a party the whole night. He ends up losing my phone, right? I'm with a girl at this party. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just text you from her phone, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, I'm going to send security to buy you a new phone in the morning, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So I text him off my friend's phone. Hey, I just made it home, blah, 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 whatever. Girl, why the girl start texting him? They start fucking.
I know exactly who this is.
Do you?
Say the name.
No.
Say the name.
I literally cannot. But like, no.
And did she deny it?
No, I don't think she denied it. I think I threatened to beat her ass and then I never seen her again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is insane.
But that's how trifling bitches are. But that's how it is. Like when with industry men, it's like, ugh, like you're just a low down sleazy dog. You're gonna fuck my friend when I was trying to tell you I made it home safe.
And this was a local Baton Rouge rapper for me.
Really? Look, that'd be the worst. That'd be the worst.
It's like, I honestly thought that like we could all be friends together. It's just like, it's fine. And that's why you have to like keep it separate sometimes because I did not mind being able to like have my man around one of my like classmates and one of my homegirls in a sense. And it's just like, that made me look at relationships and friendships completely different because I was just like,
yeah. Like, do you think that your man can have girlfriends, like besties?
Like girl best friends?
Yeah. Even girlfriends even. What about girlfriends?
Hell no.
Not even a girl homegirl?
No.
Damn, she's
you can look, I don't want my man to introduce me to no sis that ain't his real blood sisters. This is my sis. I don't play none of that shit. I'm your sis, your best friend, your cousin. Me and my coochie is all you need.
Yeah. Me and my ex used to fuck all his friends. Have them right in my face. Hi, Winter. How are you guys doing? Oh, what's been going on, girl? Whole time. Getting fucked.
See, no, I don't deal with that. I don't like that. I don't deal with it because it's like at the end of the day, no, I don't do that. I don't really, you know me, I don't really have a lot of men that I'm cool with that if I see in public, it's always all love.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, let me like hit up my home and do this.
No, hell no. Y'all ain't chatting on the damn phone.
I'm not chatting on the phone.
That's how you hear them stories where they're like, yeah, we started off as best friends. Ooh.
No.
I just thought about something that I've been that's trifling.
What? Tell me.
Should I tell the story about... This is a story where I'm in the wrong.
No.
This is
I don't
a
like
bad
this story.
She really does not approve of this. And now I've been dating this guy like on and off for like what? 2 years? I'll tell it. Anyways, so basically I had a friend and, well, first of all, while I was cool with this girl, she had like a boo, whatever, and she was obsessed with him. And I hated him. I did not like him. He was hella mean to me. Like he was mean. That's another sign. If a man is hella mean to your friend, he might got a crush. But so he was hella mean to me. I didn't like him, blah, 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 whatever. Me and her ended up falling out because she linked one of my boos that I introduced her to and never told me about it. A fan told me about it. And like, I was like, why would you link one of my dudes? Like, you know? So it was already like boiling up to the point where we wasn't gonna fuck with each other. And then she did that. And I was like, oh, you're definitely cut off, you know? Yeah. So I wanna say like 3 months goes by and the boy who used to be so mean to me DMs me. And I'm like, why is he in my DM? Like, I do not like you. Like, I don't like you. He's hitting me up to like model for one of his brands. And I'm like, boy, you are not, you not slick. Like, no, you're not. And I'm like, what's the budget? Cause I'm like, I don't even like you. Like, da-da-da. And I'm like, why are you DMing me? You know, I don't mess with so-and-so no more. And he's like, oh, I haven't talked to her in hella long, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm, in my mind, being hella petty. I was like, I'm gonna link him and make sure she finds out since she wanted to link one of my dudes. I'm gonna just link him and make sure she finds out. I link him. I ended up really liking him. And that was been like an on and off thing for like 2 years. And it is not my proudest moment. But Irene, did I make the first step to be wrong?
Here's my thing.
I didn't have to link him to be petty, though.
Here's my thing. Sometimes just don't fight fire with fire. Let people be bad on their own.
Yeah.
Because I really do not And look, I understand the dynamic. I understand that she did disrespect you too. I do get it. But in the same sense, no. There's some shit, no, I'm not playing with nobody ex-man. I'm not doing that. Yeah. To me, because I feel like, to me, at the end of the day, and I don't think you would ever do that to me. I know you would, and I know that you would never do something like that to me in that situation.
No, I get what you mean. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Say what you gotta say. We are on walking on eggshells this episode. See, y'all need to stop critiquing us because we don't know what the fuck to do.
I know.
Be nice to us, please.
I know. Please don't be mean. Please, especially me, because now y'all gonna have to hear Chy talk for an hour.
And
straight.
and I got a stuttering problem.
No. I mean, honestly, like at first, like I wasn't like. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting to actually like mess with this boy. I was just like being petty. Like we're in the same city. Like I'm gonna link him. Da da da. And now it just turned into like a whole thing. Like it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
It happens. It
happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
But no, actually, I really don't do anything remote. I don't really fight fire with fire like that usually. So this is probably one of the only instances where I did some shit where I was like, ooh, I know that's kind of like wrong a little bit. To like have it be a whole thing. But I mean,
I had no problem having sex with that guy after they hooked up.
Yeah,
because
hold on. You trying to judge me? He was with the girl. Hold on.
He literally stopped. I don't care because he literally.
Yo, but I don't approve of that. But I did fuck him when he had a girlfriend because I introduced them.
I introduced them, and he was my man at the time. He was literally like my situation. Yeah. So no, like you double door backstabbing.
How did I backstab
Not
that
you.
girl?
I'm talking about her. The girl. I'm like, I'm bringing him around. He coming to my class, bringing me some snacks. You know what I'm saying? And like, you gonna really swoop up on my nigga like that? No, that's not.
I mean, look, I didn't swoop on the boy. I didn't even like him at first. Honestly, he annoyed me. So it was never the plan. But also, how we just talked about red flags. If your man is too mean to your friends, that's a red flag. Because I would have never known that he like even looked at me like that. And I asked him, I was like, were you like always looking at me like that? And he was like, low-key, like, yeah. Like I always wanted you. He was like, damn near like that.
Another red flag to me.
What?
Is when
another red flag.
Because I was thinking about this too. Because when men are too mean, when men are extremely homophobic. When you're extreme, you are an undercover brother. You are down low. You are a gay boy.
Chy loves bringing up something gay. She loves calling men gay. All she do is sit on the internet and talk about how men are secretly gay. She thinks every man is down low. I swear to you.
Except mine.
I swear.
No, but a lot of them do be down low brothers though. But that's a red flag to me. When a man is like extra, I don't want to be around that gay. Yeah. I be like, why?
Yeah. When I lived in Atlanta, I was dating somebody in Atlanta and he was hella homophobic. And then I found out he was screwing boys. And I confronted him about it. And I said, you are down low? And he never said no.
The same girl, the same school that I was at. I was dating this guy for a little second, like never did anything. We went to the movies once. We had like a little makeout session or whatever one time. And he was so pretty. He was like a pretty boy. And so like, my friend, I don't know why, my friend is like an expert hacker, and she was like having a bad day, and so I was like, just hack it to my like this new guy that I'm talking to.
Look, we need her around now.
Just to see. I'm like, let's just have a good time. So we start hacking it, and he's getting these emails from this like, this was way back in the day.
Right.
It was like something that people didn't use anymore. So he was getting emails from like an old website that people didn't. It was like
something like Grindr.
Yeah, something like Grindr, but for like way back in the day. So we was like, she was like, why are you getting all these emails? I was like, I don't know. Let's check that out too.
Right.
So she hacked into that app too. And he was saying stuff like, he was like, I can't wait to pump you from the back.
What?
Gay girl.
Pump you from the back is crazy.
Me for life.
Pump you from the back.
He would be like, I just want to hit it from the back. Like he loved like boys.
I'm not trying to be homophobic. It's not. I have nothing wrong with anybody getting pumped from the back. But that is traumatizing to see your man saying that to another boy is crazy.
And so from that point forward, I'm explaining to you. See, you never even knew that story, did you?
Hell no.
So from that point forward, I've been like,
now she thinks everybody's
all
down
of them, because I was so head over. I thought he was the cutest thing ever. We went to the movie. I'm so thankful I never did nothing with him.
So did Tom and Peter. They thought he was so fine too, girl.
Who's Tom and Peter?
The boys that he was fucking in them emails. Apparently
They thought that man was a hot commodity.
Right,
and it
apparently.
was multiple.
Nah,
Shout out to my girl, though. I love her.
I've openly talked about I would be open to dating bi men. So, you know, I'm open with that. I would talk to bi men. I have talked to a couple, but no, actually, I've really only talked to one, and he ended up being an extreme weirdo. So, yeah. But I would talk to a bi man, but like,
here's the thing. I'm not against none of it either.
Yeah.
But it's like, have transparency with me. Let me know and give me that option to choose if I want to continue to deal with you or not.
That's the biggest thing because like I said, I do not like liars. Do not sit in my face lying and being homophobic. If you really want to suck some dick with me, let's be for real. Like, I don't like the cap. Like, and I'm not even the bitch you got to lie to. Like, I understand there's a lot of girls that won't go for it, but I'm like,
I might be a little down.
I might be down for that. I might want to see two boys kissing. We might have to figure something out. But yeah, I can't do the lies though. The down low shit.
Yeah, no,
Let's get into the advice segment.
For future reference, if y'all want to be anonymous, just say that and just send them to Behind the Likes Pod. Send them to our Instagram so we can read them and have
I'm all in one place because it gets a little bit difficult.
So this is from Mia Moha, Instagram.
Oh my God.
She says, "Hi, Winter and Chy. I wanted to ask something for the advice segment. I'm a 27-year-old single mom and have been single since my child's father left me when I was pregnant 6 years ago. I want to start dating again, but I'm scared because men are generally psychos these days, and I have a daughter. Should I start dating again or wait until an adult? I'm sad because I feel like I'm wasting my best years, looks-wise, always being single, but my daughter always comes first."
That's an interesting one. I mean, we both don't have kids.
Yeah, so it's like I can't really speak on that part.
But I was raised by a single mother. And I remember like how my mom kind of would date around me and she did not bring men around me for real. Like in my whole life, she brought 2 men around me. One she was like been with for years since she was like a kid. And then one that she was like gonna get engaged to and get married and like had his kids around me too. But definitely don't be bringing no men around your daughter. Like, I think that if I ever was in that situation of being a single mom, no, you cannot meet my child, especially if it's a girl, because people are just too weird in this world. And, like, you just don't want anything to happen to your child. But, I mean, you should be dating, though, definitely. But I wouldn't bring them around your kid. Maybe ask them for a little bit of babysitter money. And then you'll be able to go out with them a lot.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
very true. That is the way to do it. I agree with that. I think as a growing adult, a growing little girl, I don't want to subject her to that type of...
It's too many perverts in the world. And like, honestly, it's too many perverts in the world. You see how sometimes people on the internet like dress their kids in like crop tops and like little like grown ass outfits. And then it's like 100,000 saves on the video. Yeah. It's like... no, sorry. No,
my child wearing Spider-Man and Shaq shoes.
Shaq shoes. My child is going to be wearing Barney.
So I think what Winter said, honestly, about that is that I feel like you should date, you should have fun, but be very selective. And when you really get to know a man, I don't think you should deprive yourself of a relationship.
Yeah. You need your life.
You know what I'm saying? You need to have a life too because, you know what I'm saying? You have to be whole to give to someone else. Right. But... be very selective is what I would say.
Yeah, very selective. And I wouldn't even bring anybody around your kid for probably like what, like a year?
Yeah, I would say a year too.
Like a year.
That's hard too though.
Yeah, that is hard, but if you like me, it'll work.
Yeah.
IDK. But anyways, thank you guys for watching our 3rd episode. Hope you guys loved it and liked it. And
stay tuned for more.
And don't talk about me in the comments. Bye.
Bye.